Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way. Coughing already. Hello, YouTube already. Wow, what a week. Last week I was live on the riverfront. This week, because being cold temperatures, we're live in the apartment. It's also like we'll be live in the apartment again. Angie, how many times I gotta tell you?
I'm gonna go hike here.
Yep, turn off the volume on the and all that stuff. So okay, hey, we'd like to congratulate Mark for being a channel member for 3 years and a subscriber for 4. Hey, Rob T,
Hi,
how you
Rob
doing?
T.
Yep, live is a good thing too, and that.
Rob, I'll be back on DR tomorrow.
Okay. All right. This is gonna be for the channel members. We just posted for the channel members vlog 3500. Everybody will see that vlog next. Everybody else will see that vlog next week. It just went live. Vlog 3500 just went live just a few minutes ago for the channel members. So it's a good time to be a channel member. Try it for 1 month, $2.99 a month. Cancel anytime. You can reinstate anytime when you want to, and all that stuff. So if you want videos to be more current, that's probably the best way. It's supposed to be watching it ad-free anyway, technically in a way. Right now, I guess Angie had a guest in here. We got talking about live streaming and all that stuff, and oh God, she went off on me, and I said, don't be that Karen on me, okay? But yeah, let's just talk about the legal things that just happened. Chuck, you need a haircut. Looks uneven right here for some reason. But it's like I said, when it comes to filming in public, it is a controversial issue in some states, Illinois being one of them. But right now, we really, for all the live streams we did in Illinois, all the edited videos we did in Illinois on the history of this channel, I really had no legal issues from anybody from Illinois. Because this one person had to be visiting Angie, is from Illinois,
Yep.
And all that stuff. It's just that they made it an issue. And I said, there's no expectancy of privacy in public. A keyword in public. We're talking about on public streets, public sidewalks, public parks, amusement parks, ball games, wherever, where tourists usually hangs out, where people hangs out. You just cannot record their conversations. That is a no-no. Like in most states, that's considered wiretapping and all that stuff. But when I talk to the camera, talk to you guys, the audience, and all that stuff, the cell phone is going to pick up more my voice instead of the surrounding noise. So if I be talking to the camera, I don't care about the conversation that's going on, over in this direction, that direction. As long as I'm talking to you guys, the camera is going to pick up my voice better. If you notice on the when we did the CPKC holiday train, when I talk to the camera, how my voice overrides the music. Actually, that music was louder than what you heard it online. You can go back. That for some reason, the cell phone just kind of reduced the volume for rebroadcasting on YouTube, whatever. It's a technical issue with the cell phones and that, but it does pick up it's meant to pick up your own voice, the voice of the person that holding the camera and all that stuff, the gimbal and all that stuff. So, let's go back to these privacy laws. Because we are aware of them, and that.
We are well aware of them.
And of course, everybody knows my gimbal setup. Let me go get my gimbal.
Stuff that somewhere.
But I'm not gonna. I don't know where my magnet part disappeared to, but I think it's over there.
Yeah, somewhere.
It's
We'll
somewhere over
find it
there.
when we find it.
Yeah. So I have to find it before we go live. But everybody knows when I walk around town or anywhere when I go on my live, I'll have my phone up on this. You know, it'll be set up to away, and that's basically it. I'll walk around town with the live stream. I use this on the sitting on the picnic table because it does have a little, you know, has a little tripod set up and that.
Mark hit it right on the jackpot.
Online, offline privacy, yep. That's right. But when people, like I said, of all the live streamers I watched over the years, you're talking about maybe very less than not even 0.5% where you find that one person going ape over a live streaming camera. Now, what I mean by I don't want to get too sidetracked. When you film like a live stream or film in public is one thing, but when there's something like in state law, we're talking about privacy areas. We're talking about like public restrooms. You can't film in a public restroom.
No, you can't.
Who wants to see somebody winking dink, whatever it is
I
down
always do another
we
live streamer.
don't want to see Angie's private parts or something like that. Tanning beds, locker rooms, except for sporting locker rooms after the players got done with their showers, then the press will have access to them. Anybody who has a press pass will have access to them after they get done showering and all that stuff, or questions and all that stuff. But that's a different issue. Private homes, residents. I know people sees a lot of houses on both here in Iowa and Illinois. Technically in Illinois, you're not supposed to be filming people's houses, but it is a hard issue. Not everybody's going to try to seek a lawyer over something that is really minor. Where a lot of people just go live streaming around town. I live stream over phone. I had phone cops see me live streaming. They didn't really confront me or anything like that. They see I was just walking up and down downtown or other parts of town and all that stuff. People see a nice house in the distance.
A lot of them know us.
And a lot of them knows us and all that stuff. But when we did Chicago, the Chicago River, we were live in the Chicago River. I mean, there was a lot of conversations going on in restaurants, but there's a lot of conversations going around. So you got like 30, 40 different conversations. That's considered wiretapping in Illinois. But I'm also talking to my audience on my phone. At the time I was using, I think it was this one, 2023. And I had this one on my first year. The phone is going to pick up my voice and Angie's voice better than what's going around us and all that stuff. So, like I said, just now what it calls now the main issue is really stressing out is secret recordings, where basically you go in and record somebody secretly without knowing it. Without letting them know you're recording them. We're talking about like hidden cameras and that. And I think a few YouTube channels got in trouble over this. I think most of them lost their jobs. Hey, low-sided guy, how you doing? And that,
Hello, Saga.
and that. So a lot of YouTubers, when they use like a pin camera where you hang in a shirt, that's considered a secret camera. And that is a no-no in that. It's like spying. Yeah, it's like spying, like spy cameras. If I wore glasses, I had a camera right between the eyes. And I walked into a business doing recording that way. That is a no-no. That is a secret camera recording. Any recording I do inside businesses, it's going to be a cell phone. It's going to be the actual my actual DJI camera and that. And most of them is not going to be showing other customers. even I do some edited videos inside some businesses. They do still welcome me in there as long as I don't offend anybody in those businesses like bars, restaurants, and some just likes the free advertising and all that stuff. So as long as I don't film their customers maybe puking on their food, and we're doing the total opposite. We're actually enjoying the food and recommend the place. Why someone is going on theirs. Yeah, that's you don't want to see that, and we don't want to show that either. Someone, but just see where I'm coming from. So, and that. So
I'm snacking on Pringles, baby. Wants to know what I'm eating.
yeah. Okay. Hey, I'm having a bottle of water. How about that? But yeah, if you're planning to be, like I said, oh, I had local police stopped us asked us not really questions. They just told us they enjoyed watching us. They told they were subscriber numbers. They told us their subscribers at the time. At the time, we were below 200 subscribers. They told us their subscriber numbers.
I was with them with that. So this is in a parking lot, guys.
And I asked them, "Is that your badge numbers too?" And they all laughed at that. But
I was in a parking lot.
okay. Then I kind of asked them some questions about recording down the road, what they recommend I get and how to go about it. They said, as long as you're on a mount, this is where this beauty comes in. I'm going to say I got 2 of these. Actually, I got 3 of these because they're not selling these no more in Walmart for some reason. They're not selling these no more because Iowa just passed a hands-free law, but this is for hands-free setup and that. And I used this, last time I used this particular model was on our vacation going to and from Las Vegas. We did our live streams on the car. What I did was I mounted up on the windshield behind the mirror, used this cell phone. Can I use your cell phone for a quick? Unplug it real quick. So what I did was, it'll be mounted on this. I don't have a proper magnet on this, but it'll be mounted something similar like this setup, and it'll be behind a rearview mirror. And all I see behind the rearview mirror, all I see is the down corner down here. Yeah, a lot of apps in that. Yep, down in the one corner, so I can only read. So when I glance up to the rearview mirror, I can see the chat. Or if I can't read it, Angie will read the chat for me on that phone. Now she's got to get back on the live stream.
I got the Jewel ad.
Yeah, so this is for design for hands-free because Iowa just passed a law. Now they are going to be cracking down on it as people holding their cell phones while driving. So when you get a beauty like this, go hands-free as much as possible. Most of the states are passing their version of hands-free. Like I said, filming in public. Basically, if you're on a public sidewalk, public parks area, anything where that is public access, it's open to the public. When it comes to private businesses, I do have the green light on a small amount of businesses and that. If I record or what we're doing in a restaurant, I make sure I'm in a corner of a business, of that restaurant, where I got the wall behind me mainly, or let's say at a casino, I got a high backrest, a very high backrest, so chances of seeing anybody else in the background, it makes it slim and none. The channel members are going to watch the video how we did the filming in Watering Hole in a way, and all that stuff. And it's just, I mean, I have filmed people in public. They knew I was recording. They knew I was doing a video, and they all were happy that they took part of that video, and that's what I like to see, and that, because people don't care who they are. People don't care what they do. It's just all they care is don't get offended by it. But hey, that's what you call a Karen video. Oh man, I'm still like have one of them.
I think you got one of our older videos.
No.
At a food bank.
Food bank, no.
They said, please don't film us and all that.
No, it was not a food bank. I did not record at the food bank.
Okay. Hey, Mark,
that was the first one I ordered.
I know, Mark, you're on, but the Blue Jays are celebrating this year 50 seasons of the Toronto Blue Jays.
50 seasons of the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, better show them that.
Hold on, I gotta hit the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go, Mark.
That's what the logo's looking like.
50 seasons of the Blue Jays. So what happened to the Expos?
I don't know.
But like I said, you're going to be doing YouTube in a way is most of the laws will favor the YouTube creator, the camera operator, and all that stuff. And when I go live, when I do videos on the patio, live streams and on the patio, and we get people get mad at us because they probably don't live here anyway. They're probably here either to visit or I always say do the deal. And you really, yeah.
That's because pre-training's coming up.
We should get the Expos back at some point. They just need a brand new stadium or an upgrade of that current stadium that they had. But I had people moved out because they couldn't do the deals because they want to do drug deals. They just live up here just to do drug deals because we're back in the boonies. They know cops are having a hard time getting back here and that. And I think that's maybe why we have a YouTube channel, not just to share our daily lives, but just to keep certain element out of here in a way.
People love our channel.
And people do love our channels. And our management don't really care as long as we don't film inside our neighbors' apartments. Putting our camera up in the window like a peeping Tom. We don't want to do that. That is illegal. In a way, but what we do on a patio is totally legal. Cameras on us. Sometimes we'll show you the boonies. Sometimes we'll show an idiot driver. We did that video where the junk car was gone finally.
And that lady no longer lives here.
I think that lady no longer. She moved out shortly after that car got towed. She just packed up and moved out, basically in a way. So
her permit doesn't have security cameras.
We do have 1 or 2 security cameras. One is aimed at the dumpsters.
That's all we have.
And that. I think there's another one someplace. I just can't say where. And that. Otherwise, we're the only camera going if we need to. In fact, our ownership, our management and ownership does encourage us to take photos and videos of any illegal activity that you suspected in a way. Yes?
Read Mark's. We're working on the Olympic
Stadium
in Montreal right now.
Good. They need to upgrade that and that. So.
But the big O is almost 50 years old as well.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like I said, laws do change. The Supreme Court had made their decisions on certain public recordings on public. One being involved police officers. If we do get a police officer doing his duties, we're going to do it safely, not being jerks or morons over it. Just let him do his duty and all that stuff. And if something does go awry, and if we catch it on camera, we can present our evidence what happened in that situation. Okay, it's just that's how it works basically. Hi, Scott, right?
Hi, Scott.
Yeah.
I've been doing my lab truck.
Okay. And that's
too busy.
Yeah.
From morning routines to weekends.
All right. So, actually, for doing YouTube for over 10 years, I think everybody knows what we can legally do and what we can't do. Technically, in a way.
Scott.
And that. So, yep. So
that's the one that does lat truck.
Yeah. So it is what it is. If you're going to be watching other live streamers, they're like Vegas live streamers, live streamers in New York, walking live streamers, they're doing everything legally by, like they say, with First Amendment auditor, they'll stand in front of a place with their thumbs up there, you know where, try to get a reaction. While everybody else like us, the more we walk past, you know, as we call, the less you see, the more you get. Now, why I have that philosophy? Because it is true. You don't need to stand in front of a place and walk, unless it's like that house we did for the Halloween lights and the Christmas lights.
That guy's gonna keep us posted.
Oh, by the way, the guy's gonna keep us posted. They may be back next year down there. They have not found another location yet.
They're supposed to be doing construction, so.
But yeah, they're doing some construction down below the hill. So we're gonna see some construction. On edit videos, we're gonna see some construction. On live streams, we're gonna see some constructions. Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Every state privacy laws are basically
the same, correct?
Yeah, it's basically the same. What it is a privacy law is a YouTuber or anybody with a video camera or audio recording cannot secretly record anybody in a restroom, locker room, bedroom, hotel bedrooms, bathrooms, tanning beds, and all that stuff. See, recorded in people's houses. You know, you're being a guest in somebody's house, and you decided to secretly record it, and all that stuff. That is a no-no. Get permission. They say always get consent, permission. But they say you're supposed to have a consent with the person that you're recording.
No.
But when you're out in public, and I'm talking about out in public on a public,
record them.
You can record them regardless what. Even in Illinois, yes, I'm talking to the people over in Illinois. We can record you if you're out in public.
Yeah.
So if you confront somebody, and you know, I have a lot of video evidence. I have recorded a lot of people in Illinois. I have live streamed a lot of people in Illinois. I have the evidence on my end. Not one person even confronted me or made legal actions against us for them being on. And if you want to be one of those people that wants to be a Karen on a live stream or edit a video, guess what? You got us our clicks, you got us our views.
Something.
And that, so,
do these laws only apply to YouTube? No.
no, YouTube has their own policies. And their policies is almost like law. And that, so we got to stay within their policies too. And that. So basically, just when someone is harassing us and we want to harass back, that's against YouTube policies. We can't harass back. So in other words, they harass us, they'll make a fool of themselves. And you know what? I say let them, because if we're cool as a cucumber and they're going ape crap, they're going bonkers over a video camera, and they're out in public and they're upset, they grab even if they grab the camera, that is considered legal assault, and that you can be arrested for it. And that any recording equipment, just a cell phone and my other regular cameras, but otherwise no audio. But yeah, you can't go in with the secret cameras, you know, like spy cameras, or go in and secretly record somebody without them knowing it. It's pretty well no. It almost most everywhere. It's just common sense. But when you're out in public, on a public sidewalk, watch our live streams, watch how we do our edit videos. If we're filming businesses, we already got prior permission. They said just keep going until we get too many complaints on it. They just that's what they told us. Just keep doing it until we get too many complaints, and then we'll have to wind it down on that. But basically that's it. Reason I don't do slot play here at our local casino is because other YouTubers went full jerk mode. I mean, act like jerks about it. Well, I was cool, calm, collective, enjoying myself. Actually, one of our videos got somebody 86 out of our casino because they saw them begging for money on one of our video clips, and that. So
sounds similar to.
What's that?
Right there.
Yeah. Sounds similar to voyeurism as well. Yep. And I can read the comments when it comes up. Okay.
I know. Just letting you know.
I'll read the comments when it comes up. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Rudy.
Anybody who knows how to record in public and upset a few people, Rudy knows. he done it a couple times. And that we caught him. We got it. But yeah, filming in public, private places, like I said, sometimes you really need permission and that. But some places like Iowa 80, I mean, you got a lot of people taking videos, photos of a great truck stop there. I've done it a couple times there myself. I have video evidence myself there inside the great shop. Because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of businesses, to them, it's free advertising. To other people, just don't be jerks over it and all that stuff. And that. So, as long as you don't act like a jerk over it or have a bad attitude over it.
Yes, it is, Mark.
And that. Yeah, it is amazing. It is the largest truck stop in the world. And I did 2 Trucker Jamborees videos, day 1 and day 2. It's on the channel.
You got to meet Rudy there.
We got to meet Rudy. We got to meet Jukebox there. We did I think I did other things there. On one of the videos I did
You did the museum.
the museum.
Wait,
The
on
Truckers
my
Museum.
channel.
And that. So we did the museum and all that stuff. When I plan to go there again to do a quick video, it might happen on this year's vacation. I might find time to go do an Iowa 80 video, update video for you guys. As long as I don't go in there in full jerk mode and all that stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm going to explain something about DJI camera, since I kind of mentioned it anyway. I'll bring it out over here.
Jack, will you just grab me another soda while you're up,
Okay.
please?
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Number 2.
Okay, this little beauty right here. This is the newest
Check
camera.
camera.
It's our newest camera on YouTube. We had this for almost a year already. It's been mainly our
I
workhorse.
love it. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, it's mainly our workhorse camera. To turn it on, just have to push the button, or I can just flip the screen, and it just turns on like that. And it just acts like a regular video camera. And it's also a gimbal too. So it keeps a very steady shot. I did some tests on this. I think the test video is still on for channel members. I did put a couple clips in it on the year in review for everybody else to see. But this has been our go-to camera. We were recommended this by a couple of Vegas YouTubers when we sold them this. We told them what we got. They said that was the best camera you got because they still use this today themselves for their videos. And it has...
Well, Rudy's working.
Okay, Rudy's working. Okay, stay busy, Rudy. Bring home that milk. We need that milk money.
I need the milk money.
We need the milk money. Yeah, this is a very good camera and that. So... yeah, it's been one of our workhorse cameras. I do have
We need to talk to Jukebox, guys.
yeah, I do have a battery power extension. Plus, I have like a little tripod extension too. So this is a very good camera. Only thing it does not do is zoom. It sucks on zoom, but it has great low. I have it on low camera settings, so I don't know if you can really see up here. There's a little thing, like a little sunlight right up there. There's a little sunlight right here. It will say low settings. That is low settings. So it works with this low light or even bright light. It just adjusts to the lighting system. And when there's light if it's low light, it'll just take in that light what it can to make a good video. This worked very well downtown. Maybe some of the side streets, they did work very well on the holiday lights down over the hill from us. From Halloween and Christmas, that worked very well. We did it in Vegas. We first tested out in Vegas. All the videos was just fantastic.
Everybody loved it.
Everybody loved it. I mean, it is what it is. It is expensive, but it's a very good camera. Actually, it's a very popular vlogging camera. In fact, a lot of major vloggers use this camera. There's some form, but this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is one of the best. They say it's on the market. They still sell this.
Oh wait, Rudy, thank you and Chuck for showing me that truck stop about Iowa 80.
Oh, Rudy said that?
Mark.
Mark? Okay, yeah.
And Marco wants to know, has anybody heard from Jukebox? No, we have not.
No, we have not. We have not at all. So, he hasn't posted anything on his Facebook or YouTube.
I haven't heard from his mom's been posting other stuff, but with his sister and all that.
Yeah.
I hope that awesome camera lasts at least 10 years. It's an amazing investment, guys.
We are going to be investing a second one in that. So, and all that stuff. So, but like I said, but if I have to zoom,
So guys, this way, in case if I go to events and Chuck can't,
yeah.
this way it's going to be a lot easier for me.
For zooming, I used to use this camera. This is the Sony Handycam. This is the second one that I own. The other one I owned was given to us by Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked for a few years until it conked out. And this one just conked out earlier this year because I have a fresh battery in here. And that's what I got. It's dead.
Carla head!
So it's completely dead. Not working no more. Don't know I'm going to fix it or not. I had a lot of years on
Carla
this.
just popped up.
Hi Carla, how you doing?
Oh, you guys! Before it goes back to camera, prayers for Janice M. I got a message that she lost a family member. So you guys,
So
prayers for Janice M.
So our prayers out to Janice M, who just lost a family member on that. So, okay, this camera is given us by, this is the Canon cam. This was given us by Mr. Pookie, 65, here known on the channel. And this one we just got back out of mothballs. And because of that, it works. As you see, I will just open that up and just open up the thing, and you can see that's the only zoom we get, technically. So we can get zoom in, see, woo, see that? Zoom in, that's the only zoom camera I have. For low light, I don't know how it's going to work with low light for the Lumber King games, but this camera is going to be a make or break year for Lumber King highlights. The more I zoom, the more it just cannot handle very well. This is a very sensitive camera when it comes to a zoom shot and try to keep it steady as much as possible. And it's not much of an action camera. So it's going to be a make and break year. I'll explain when we get to the Lumber King season. It could be the final year for edited videos of the Lumber Kings if we can't, because this camera I very rarely use. Just brought it back out of mothballs. It's going to be used for the Lumber King games, technically in a way, or any zoom shots. But other camera, the DJI I just showed you, basically that's going to be our go-to camera. That is going to be the camera we're going to be doing a lot explaining at a lot of locations when we film out in public and that. So. And that. If you guys want to be a Karen on our channel, please do, because that'll help our views, and it may not help your financial future. And that. So don't be out there just because you're upset with a camera, I always say never confront a camera person in public because they're gonna make you look like a fool.
He's going to connect with Janice. Carla's supposed to be getting snow Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh, wow, snow in North Carolina and that. So
No Karens allowed here.
yeah, that's right. No Karens or Darrens
Or clowns.
or clowns. That's right.
Roti, you're supposed to get my snow and I'm supposed to get cold weather. Hey, Roti. Goulash this weekend. Chuck Roti said he's not going to have goulash for a while or cook for anything with hamburger for a while.
Yeah, get a bad batch. Of
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Too price high for meat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, he just went.
Angie just bought a couple of things of Wahlburgers, $18. Woo!
I'm going to try them.
She's wasting money. She should have just bought a pound of hamburger. Okay. All right. Like I said,
Can I show my pork chops I bought this morning?
no, this is not. This is mostly the issues that your visitor brought up. Okay. So,
Hey, Chuck, Mark has never heard of Wahlburgers.
it's a guy that made hamburgers.
You guys, it's Daniel Wahlberg that used to be in music group. It's his restaurant.
Okay, he was being a music.
Daniel
So-
Wahlberg got Kids on the Block or something.
Yeah.
It's his. Family
Okay,
restaurant.
like I said, for the people who are watching this on a later time, when you plan to be a YouTuber, technically, I think all YouTubers knows. Now, in Canada, rules may be different. I think, yeah, you still film in public, on public sidewalks, public access areas, and all that stuff, I had one person, I had a Karen, like I said, I told you guys many stories on this on the riverfront. Had a tripod, had my camera set up to try to get some riverboats to go by, some barges. And a lady comes up, says, nice camera, nice tripod, what are you doing? I said, I'm making a video for our YouTube channel, just waiting for those barges to go by. There was a barge, last I heard was a barge coming up river trying to get it. And the lady goes, oh, that's nice. You know you need a permit to do that? I said, no, I don't. I don't need a permit to do that stuff. Well, you got a tripod and you got a camera. You got to
Thank
have a
you, Mark.
permit. I said, no, you don't. You don't need a permit because first of all, I'm not a TV studio. I'm not a movie studio. I'm one man, one person, one camera. And the city ain't going to issue a permit just for that. And besides that, the permits are very expensive. Would be very expensive, and with the permit, that gives me the right to shut down the riverfront where she was walking on. In other words, ma'am, if I would have had a permit, you would not be allowed up here until the filming is done. You go, oh, that shut her up real quick, and she just took off. She just tucked tail and just, boom, bolted out of there. Like she was pissed. You can see the steam come out of her head like I just defeated her. And that, but I just told her, God, honest truth. If I would require a permit, she would not be allowed up there, and that's the truth. Because most movie studios and TV studios, when they're filming, if they need to film a certain area, they cordon off that area.
Mark, are you sure Oxygen's here? I don't see him.
No. But you just be aware that TV studios and movie studios will close off the cordon area where they're filming. They'll just close it off to the public, and that they'll do anything to close it off to the public. They do their filming. It may take all day. It may take a day. It may take 2 days. It may take a week, just to get those shots because, you know, as a YouTuber, we are one take and go. Just do our take and go. I don't like to do retakes. I hate retakes. I keep telling Angie, we gotta make sure all our clips count and mean something. Even our videos won't mean something, but it's got to mean something. So we try not to do retakes. But if we have to, you guys wouldn't know it anyway. But one thing I always hated is a retake. Now with that new DJI camera, if we have to do a retake, I can remove a clip. I can remove the recent clip and redo it again. But because we're doing YouTube, we want to capture something just right on the moment. And if we don't catch it on that moment, there is no retakes. So if we were filming and if we're filming across the street, let's say on a live stream, let's say we're walking down, we almost had an accident on a couple of our live streams. Someone decided to get almost in a couple accidents themselves because they're more concerned. Remember that car turned the wrong direction downtown was because they were listening to the GPS instead of focusing on the signage where it tell you, you're going the wrong way, ma'am. And that. Or I have seen on our live stream, I don't know if you guys were able to catch it, but there was cars going southbound on a two-way road, and they were all on the wrong side of the road, both of them. It's like they were driving in London and that.
Chuck, Oxygen's on here, but I don't see him on this high track.
Okay. All right, hello, Oxygen. Unless he's removing his pulse.
I don't see him. You're both. Oh, Chuck, Marcos, we're both famous. We're both famous YouTubers now after a decade plus.
Yeah.
Carla, have you have you heard from Jukebox? We have not.
But yeah. But hands-free law when it comes to your cell phones. We're still going to use our mount. We'll still go live on our driving, even in the state of Iowa, as long as we're using this mount. As long as the mount, and as long as I have a rear view mirror that has a generous space behind it, like I said, I can put it up behind the rear view mirror. Out of sight, out of mind, they say. That's how it works out. That's how I got those grades. But you can also hear the air conditioning. He said, no, yeah, he has not. She
has not heard from Jukebox in a while either.
Wow. And that, so. Okay, any other issues? Okay, here's one issue locally. I almost went live yesterday. I almost got some flyers yesterday. I almost went live yesterday. If anybody knew in the news, we recently had a missing person here in town. But don't worry, the person has been found.
Carla knows. She put a like on it. I shared it on Facebook.
The person has been found. It's been gone for about 24, 48 hours. And I almost want to get some flyers. I thought I had to go get... So when you watch this, so channel members, when you guys watch that video when you're talking about print paper, I couldn't get print. I was out of print paper, so I couldn't go live sooner on that. I was going to go live on that. I took a lot of heat on our early years on this YouTube channel about a missing person that's still missing to this day. Unfortunately, that's almost over 22 years now since Ben Roslin went missing. And we lived up here for almost 20...
I've heard from sources where he's at, but I can't say.
Yeah, but that's sources. Sources could be wrong too, but... And all that stuff. So,
and one of my classmates, his son is still missing.
Okay, yeah. And like I said, anytime I can obtain flyers or something like that, information, I'll try to pass it along next time on a special live stream if they wanted me to right now. But once you start that snowball down, that hill, it's gonna go nonstop. And that it's like trying to stop an avalanche.
Angie,
I just don't.
Sorry.
I just don't want to make it a bigger problem. Trying to help out could make it worse. Actually, to some people.
And that's okay, Carla.
But yeah, it is for a YouTube creator. It is a sticky issue. There is YouTube channels that does this a lot, and I'm pretty sure they're they have videos up, and probably they have taken them down already once a person's found in that. Okay. Like I said, I think when you start a YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what content you have. If you want to be a First Amendment auditor, go for it. Just don't make yourself like a fool over it. You do have the First Amendment rights as consider a press, but don't consider yourself a press. Taking photos and videos in public is perfectly legal. It is. Doesn't matter what other people says. Even if they have a consent state law, really read the law, because I already read the law, and what Angie's visitor told me, I started laughing. I started laughing because I said, like many people says, when you're out in public, it's a whole new ball game. So you're out there in public, and if you don't want to be seen on somebody's camera, it's always best, I always say this, do not confront that person with a camera in any negative way. Don't say don't have my consent, I will sue you and all that stuff. I've done live streams around town in both states. I've done live streams in other states, Nevada, Ohio. I've done live streams in other states. Indiana.
Minnesota?
That's different on the road. That was on the road. At amusement parks and other locations. Wisconsin was an edited video.
But still.
That was edited video. That's different. But yeah, it's still the same thing. Ohio, edited live. Angie, you need to calm down a little bit, okay?
I am.
But it's just, don't be a jerk over it. But always, if you get confronted, just be cool as a cucumber. Let them be a fool, because I hate to say this, when their employers see their top employee acting like an idiot on YouTube, I guarantee you they're not working for that company no more. Why, we're cool as a cucumber, no sweat, no problems, and all that stuff, as long as we're not confrontational ourselves, and all that. Everything will be okay on our end, but just let people know. And I have a lot of people tell me this, there is no expectation of privacy in public. I'm going to stress that word out, in public.
Carla has a former classmate that lives in Las Vegas.
So if someone came along and don't want to be on, I had one person tell me I don't have no right to record on his block. This is another story. This is the Darren. He told me I had no right to record on his block. He don't want nobody to know where he lived and all that stuff. Nobody cares where some people lives. Come on, get real. When I go past on the live streams or edited videos, I don't see in the comments, who lives there, who lives there, who lives there. I don't care.
That's personal information.
I don't care, and who gives a crap, okay? Listen.
Mark's hope one of these days we get down to Florida.
Yeah. So basically, when I go live along the neighborhoods and all that stuff, I'm just focused what's in front of me, side to side, whatever, and talking to the chat. If we see a nice old classic house, I'll try to show it briefly without being a fool over it and that. So, and like I said, yep, it is. People need to use more common sense. If you're afraid of a camera being on you, don't matter. It's always best. Don't go out in public. Just stay in your bubble. Stay home. Stay in your little bubble. Stay in your little safe place, because that's where the law works right there. And that. So, like I said, I cannot go up into people's windows or try to film what's going on inside, because if the law can't do it, obviously I can't do it either. The law can't do it either, because that is considered peeping Tom. That is a violation of privacy, violation to the law. That's violation of curtilage. That's, you gotta talk to a lawyer and all that stuff. But there is a little curtilage that they around the properties. We do have one here too, in some form and way, and that. So they did try arrest a they did attempt to try to arrest a drunk person on the property. I think the case got thrown out because they did a field sobriety test on somebody on the property. I don't think that even stuck in court, to tell you. I don't know anything about that case, but I got a funny feeling a lawyer had that thing thrown out. Because the field sobriety test was on private property, but they have to have probable cause. But if they think the probable cause is that, see them driving in at a high rate of speed coming in on a property while they're doing a police investigation.
Well, don't you remember that day that they tased somebody out here?
Yeah, but they were chasing somebody. They had probable cause
Yeah.
because he did not live here.
No.
Because everybody knew he didn't live here.
I'm tired and I got 3 hours till I go to work.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like to take selfies, videos, and all that stuff, the Grand Canyon. See, that's another thing. When we did the Grand Canyon video, I'll bring this up because the federal government had laxed the rule of people doing videos on the Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam. These are national parks by the National Park Service. And now, for some odd reason, it made it illegal to post videos from the national parks online. Now it's all illegal. If the federal government wants to come down hard on my video, they're going to say my timeline is right here. It was legal then. Your current ones, I mean, a lot of people is going to do it anyway, but it is a constitutional thing. It is going to be, but they say national parks is considered private property to the federal government, and you can't film on government property, basically. Government only. Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
No, Mark wants to know when they're going to put more fences around the Grand Canyon.
Oh, safety fences? They're not. Only in one area, but they're not. Only an idiot walks that close to that. But yeah, you remember parts of that Grand Canyon was just one wrong step, you're falling down.
I got sick there too, guys.
Yeah. One wrong step, you're falling down big time. And we did Hoover Dam and that. Hoover Dam is probably more of like a safety thing than that, but you know, that's a pretty thick wall.
I want to go see the Hoover Dam again.
Yeah, go on that bridge finally.
Yeah.
And that, so. Okay, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see that, but right now, this is probably the main reason. I looked up on some of these laws already. You can film people in public as long as they're out in public. You just can't film them and they're inside their private residence or probably even on their private residence. You just got to be very careful in that area too. Stay on the public sidewalk. Be safe, guys, out there when you do that. I asked, like I said, I go back, I try to tell you the story where law enforcement stopped us. I asked them everything. I said, what we do on our channel legal? He goes, yeah, everything you do on your channel is legal. You're on a public sidewalk. There's nothing they can do about it, and all that stuff. So it works in all states. You're on a public sidewalk. You're in public. If you don't want to be on camera, don't go out in public.
They're talking about fears of being high up.
Okay.
Carlos.
All right. And that. So, yeah, just don't go out in public. If you don't want to be on camera, don't go out in public. The worst places to be in public is where you're guaranteed there's going to be a lot of people taking photos and videos. And we're talking about like amusement parks, Navy Pier, anything that draws a lot of people, a lot of tourists in the area. That's going to draw a lot of people. Our riverfront, it's on a city park. We do live streams up there. We do edit videos up there. Anywhere around the city parks, we do all kinds of videos. That is open for what we do. If unless we do a TV studio type production, that means you're gonna have like lighting, girders. You're gonna have lightings. You're gonna have you're gonna have all kinds of equipment, bigger cameras, bigger equipment, trucks, and all that stuff. That means that requires permits, and it requires also you can shut down that park for your filming. Where I'm just one man, one camera, one gimbal, whatever it is, and that. So,
Just don't be stupid in public.
And the last thing I want, like Rob T, the last one I want is last person I really want is on the channel is a Karen. But boy, those Karen videos, they get a lot of views and clicks. Maybe I need a Karen. And if I get one, I may have one.
I need to take a power nap.
Okay. If I need one or get one, boom. That's it right there. That it's all over with right there. Okay, like I said, doing YouTube can be fun. It also can be stressful. But just be aware that you do have the Constitution. You do have the right to film in public. Just be careful how you record their conversation. Talk to your camera. If you're walking past, if you got a bunch of people making a lot of private conversations, camera is going to pick up one. It's going to pick up your voice more and that. So make sure you guys talking to your audience, pointing out what's this, what that, and all that stuff. When you go through houses and neighborhoods, don't tell people who lives here, who lives there. Who cares? I don't want to know that, and who gives a crap about that and that. So, and I know you guys don't care. You guys say, "Wow, that's a nice house." That's all. If you guys see a nice house, yeah, leave a comment down below if you see a nice house and all that stuff. Actually, we had people who lived in some of those houses comment on their videos. But when I got to see them in public without recording them, I kind of took them to the side and said, next time you see your house, don't timestamp it. Because one time I had to remove a timestamp on somebody's house. Because they timestamped where the house looks like. I had to go in and remove the timestamp. Because I don't want everybody to look at that house with its timestamp. So for local subscribers, I'm talking to you guys, local subscribers that are watching this right now or later. Don't timestamp your house because people don't care, okay? I don't care if it has a new siding. I don't care if it has a new roof. I don't care if it's a brand new home and all that stuff. Nobody cares nobody really cares unless one of our audience posts, but don't timestamp it because I will remove that timestamp almost immediately. As soon as I notice, as soon as I'm aware of it, it's removed. And there's a chance that I might temporarily block that person from commenting or even take away their wrench if they're a mod. Ooh, oh dear, that might happen too. Let me go over my nose and we'll wrap it up here real quick.
You need tissue?
I can get one over here.
Mark that so they don't show people's addresses.
If you happen, see, this is one thing I do is I do mention a street here in town. I'm outside my buffer area. I have a buffer area. All YouTubers has what they should have and always should have a buffer area. In other words, in your live stream before you get to your safety zone of your residence.
Yes, Carla, it's cold here.
Yeah. And if Angie let me finish, I can wrap this up quicker. And that. So, every YouTuber has what they call a safety bumper zone. And a lot of YouTubers made this very same mistake years ago where they actually film going into their place of residence. And I kind of said, man, that's cringeworthy. Because now everybody knows, it's not just, now everybody knows where you live. And why dox yourself and that? So, I know a few subscribers knows where we live and they do respect our privacy, which we appreciated and all that stuff. And of course, we had our YouTubers here. We had Rudy in here. We had Jukebox in here. We had Mr. Pookie65. We had our Chicago friends in here. Patrick and Marsha and their friend Sherry. They were in here too. But that was before we had YouTube. I think one was during YouTube. First year of YouTube and that. But yeah, it's just we just kind of. He took a picture of us inside. We took a video inside his house. He was cool with that because he shows inside his house all the time on his Facebook page. when we got me his cat there. But they gave us the permission to do that, actually, and that. And besides that, we had the curtain closed, so we couldn't show where everybody where we were at. We was at some house in Chicago, someplace in Chicago. Just can't say where and that. But yeah, we filmed in somebody's house. But normally you're not supposed to do that unless you have permission. We did get permission on that one. It's on our videos to that. Otherwise, like I said, if you're going to film inside the house, get permission, which we did a couple times ourselves. That was great for Patrick and Marsha. Let us share the house, inside the house, not outside the house, inside the house to the public. And that, so everybody knows what the inside looks like. They just don't know what the outside looks like. And that. So, and don't be using secret cameras just to get secret shots. A lot of people got in trouble for this, for the exact same reason. Most of them lost their jobs over it because they decided they want that secret shot. They want to see the insides. And every time I see videos like that, I just kind of cringe and say, did they really get permission? Or that looks like it's some kind of spy camera that they're using, and that. So, yeah, don't use spy equipment. Bellagio, when we did the Bellagio inside, yeah, they always had live streamers in there. But I said, I'm not editing a video, that's the worst place to live stream because everybody buffers in there. That's why we had the edited video instead, because we can edit out certain things and that. But everybody was there recording, taking pictures and all that stuff. So if they're in our video, we're in their photos. If they're in our photos, we're in their videos. Something like that.
Okay, I'm about ready to crash.
Okay, just like I said, when you be a YouTuber, just be aware. Everything we do here on the channel has been fairly legal, perfectly legal, and that. And just let people know. If they ask, tell them. If they don't ask, don't tell them. If they make them ask first. That's what I try to do. I make them ask first. If they ask first, I'll tell them it's for our YouTube channel, documenting our lives and all that stuff, details and all that stuff. And I kind of just say, if you want me to use your clip with your likeness into it, I'll even ask them that.
Thanks, Mark.
But I always let them know there is no expectation of privacy in public. Just be aware of that. If you're going to be out in public, expect people to take photos of you and take videos of you. And just show your best side. Just give them your best side. But if you want to be a Karen, go ahead and confront them all you want. Because all you're going to do is you're going to make look like an idiot. And you might get a call from your employer that says, your services is no longer required.
Mark told me to enjoy my nap.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here. We're going to do this real quick here as fast as possible. You guys like live streams? Next week's weather is not going to be very great next week.
No.
We're going to go live in here again. We don't know what we're going to talk about, or if we have to go live next week. Weather's not going to be very favorable next week, weather-wise, temperature-wise. So check our post right here. Always check. If we're not having anything posted, always check our posts here on YouTube. It's our tab post. That's where we post everything right there. And that. We'll do posts there too.
I'll be back in VR Gettysburg on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, on Wednesday. But, yeah, post there too. And, of course, always smash that like button. And if you really enjoyed the video, always smash that like button. If you really enjoyed, hey, leave a little tip, like a thank you, or something like that. Who cares on that part, right? All right, we're out of here on this one. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe, notification bell. For the channel members, for the channel members only, I just dropped the 3,500 video.
You did.
Today for you guys to enjoy. Everybody else will watch it next week that is not a channel member. We talked about a little bit of everything. We did a little bit of everything. I'm surprised I'm not Freezerbird doing that video
No.
and that. All right, we're out of here. We'll talk to you next time.